Hey everybody, my name is Schneider. I started this YouTube channel because I wanted to help individuals who are struggling in their day-to-day life financially, mentally, and physically. I want to use my personal experience to be able to help somebody, even if I touch one life, that's good enough for me. Let's start. My name is Schneider, aka Schneider Dasource. You can find me on Instagram at Schneider_Dasource. That's my main page, that's my only page. So let me give you guys a little bit of background about myself and how I came to be. Right? And right after high school, I took some time off and I didn't go to college right away. I wanted time to figure things out because I was not too sure about what I wanted to do moving forward and what career path I wanted to take for the rest of my life. So I said I'm gonna just work this job that I have, this 9 to 5, and eventually when I figured it out, I'd attend school again. So as life started moving fast forward, I felt like I needed to take my life to the next level. I felt like I needed to advance. So I went back to college. I started at a community college, and basically I picked this major that I knew that I picked it because I wanted to just be somebody, right? So I went and I picked engineering. It was something that I felt like I could have been good at, but it was just me trying to add this persona to myself that if maybe I did something that everyone wanted to do, then the world or society would be proud of me because, I finished high school, I had good grades, or I had decent grades, and then I went to college, and then if I graduated, I would have a degree, and I potentially could be, someone in society's eyes as successful. So I just decided that's the route I wanted to take. Once I realized that things just was not going my way, I started to notice that I wasn't focused in what the curriculums were. I wasn't focusing on what the teacher was saying. I was basically drifting off, and I thought that maybe I just didn't have the patience for it. And so I just decided to stop forward altogether. I quit college. Now, fast forward, I'm working 9 to 5, and I noticed that I needed more money, and the money that I was making, it was being chewed up by the bills that I had coming up. Now, I thought the only way that I could solve the situation was I needed to get a second job. So as I'm working this first job, I get a second job, and I still notice that I'm hitting a plateau that working the two jobs, I'm not able to have the things that I want, that I'm still coming up short, I'm still in the negative. So then I ended up getting a third job, like a super part-time job that I'm able to do in between those two jobs. That's when I realized, even after working myself to death, I still wasn't able to have the financial freedom that I was looking for. And it seemed to be that every time the harder I worked, the less money I would have saved up. And also I was putting that wear and tear on my body, and I was working hard. I was working very hard. So I came to a realization one day I met this man named Francis, who introduced me to what entrepreneurs are now today. This was back in 2014, 2015. Entrepreneurship, being self-employed wasn't a common thing back then. But Francis, he pulled me to the side while I was working at Panera Bread. He told me that, this doesn't have to be your life. There's other ways you can make money. At that time, he introduced me to this company. Givani was a network marketing company, a multi-level company. And once I learned that just working a job wasn't the way, I got exposed to new things, and that's when my story began. Right? Fast forward, looking at me now, I am an entrepreneur. I have a business with my business partner, one of my closest friends. We own 2 trucks and one that's leased on. And throughout my journey of being where I was to where I'm at, I learned a lot, right? I didn't have to work 3 jobs. Just changing my level of exposure, it brought me to this new world that I knew nothing of, right? There were people making money that didn't need to clock in, that didn't need to do what I did. And being exposed to that, I was able to basically see the bigger picture. And now that I am where I am as an entrepreneur who's fully invested in my company that I have with my business partner, now I also invest into stocks and crypto. Every capital that I have, I'm able to make plays that I really want to make. And so my YouTube channel is basically, I'm speaking to the kid that felt like how I felt, that was lost. And when he didn't have the answers that he needed to get to the next level, the world didn't give it to him, and he was lost, and he was drifting through life making mistakes, not because that he wanted to make mistakes, it's because he didn't know what he could do. So I basically want to give you guys just some tips that you guys could take moving forward, and I want to let you guys know what I did. So my plan was to save. I was saving everything that I made, and I had to have a plan, and then I had to execute. So it started off as the money that I was making, I would save it. I wasn't spending it, I wasn't splurging. Even though I didn't have a plan, see, that's the thing. Here goes with the plan. See, you don't have to have a plan to save, right? So saving could just be like a safety net, or let's say like you're planting a seed. You save, and eventually, when the opportunities comes your way, then you could start making plays. You could, oh, okay, I have some extra capital. I could purchase this asset, or I could invest in myself and get a mentor that could potentially teach me some new skill sets, right? So the saving opened new doors. But once I started saving and came across some individuals that had great business plans, I started taking the initiative to learn as well. So me and my team, we ended up making some investments, and we paid to get help. The mentors that we came across taught us how to repair our credits, how to leverage our credits, how to use the bank's money to get the things that you want to make. So instead of me saving all these years to just have $20,000 in my bank, I could leverage my credit, and I'll have that $20,000 from the time that I started working on my credit to the time that I'm ready to execute. So now, instead of me taking 3 years to save, I could get this play done in 6 months. So this is the kind of things that I'm gonna be teaching you guys. This is the type of time I'm on, and so that's my formula, right? We wanna save, and then we wanna create a plan, then we wanna execute. And my YouTube channel, you guys are gonna be learning a lot about how to manage your finances, the type of things that's working in our day-to-day life right now. I want to make sure that you guys are in tune, informed, and also you guys are going to get real life scenarios of how we handle business, right? So we're going to talk about proper ways to get your LLC, proper ways to plan and create a business plan, the whatnots, and what to do and what not to do. All of that will be covered in this YouTube channel, and it's not going to be like you guys are going to be just students and listening to me teach. We're gonna be using real life scenarios to what we're saying. So we understand that we're already one step behind by not going to college to learn something and get a degree. So we can't afford to do the things that other of our peers are doing, because we got to put it in our minds that we have a major setback, and the saving is the seed that we're gonna be planting. Once we start saving, we can start working on our credit. We can start putting some investments to the side. We're investing ourselves, right? That's the play. Now the plan is, all right, now am I going to start a business? Am I going to get some passive income? Am I going to purchase stocks? Am I going to get cryptos? Whatever the case is, am I going to start a business, right? You might not know that right then and there, but eventually you will, because you will be exposed to the financial world. You will be exposed to what's working and what's not. And then executing is just having the confidence that you can get it done, because once we teach you how to create a business plan, or just creating a plan in general, you'll be able to step by step do it all. And you guys, this is my YouTube channel, and I want to let you guys know that there will be more videos coming out, teaching you guys the plays from the ground up. And let's like, comment, and subscribe, guys. This is the story. This is the YouTube.